Hi guys, welcome back to TK Guide. So, as many of you know, we take a Disney trip every summer, and we just got back in July. And this year, I decided to take just a few pictures of some cast members that stood out to us because every trip that we take, we have some wonderful experiences with cast members. And so that's what this video is about. It's about cast members at Disney because, guys, they give some of the best customer service out there, hands down. These are people that show up every day to make your life more magical. So they always have a smile. They're always in character. If they're a character, they're always there trying to make a little extra magic happen for your vacation. And that's really great because, you know, you don't get that everywhere you go. Disney, I think, does their best at hiring some really phenomenal people. So just a couple things. First of all, the first really cool, see Miley back there? She's here. I have my dogs running around right now. I have one sleeping in my lap and I have my kids upstairs playing. So, you know, if it gets loud or crazy or somebody, you know, pops in the picture, it's a full house over here, y'all. That's all I got to say. Anyways, with that being said, here's like a few things that have happened to us at Disney that just made our trip just a little more special. One thing that I can say is that the first year we went, you know, we booked our trip, we stayed in the cabins in Fort Wilderness, which is where we tend to stay most of the time, and we had a great time. And then the second year, we decided, you know what, we have always wanted to stay at the Contemporary. You know, you ride the boat over to Magic Kingdom and you kind of see it on the right-hand side and how close in proximity it is and how you can just walk over to the Magic Kingdom. And we thought, man, that would be really cool, and to have the monorail coming through and all of those things. So we did it. We booked like 2 nights at the Contemporary, and then we stayed the rest of our trip at the cabins because we really like it there. And so, you know, I came up to the front desk. We had actually booked the cheapest room, which is still, you know, moderately, I guess it's one of the deluxe resorts actually. So, I mean, you know, the rooms there are pretty expensive as it is, but we decided, you know, we're spending this much money, we'll just, you know, be conservative and go with the cheapest room. So when we got there, you know, the cheapest rooms, if you're familiar, are the garden wing rooms. They're not in the main building where the monorail runs. They are off to the side, which is still great because you're still close. I mean, nothing is really that far of a walk. So it's not like that's a big deal. And please don't let that deter you from getting one of those rooms because they're still great. But it was our anniversary. We tend to go right around our anniversary or around some August birthdays that are in our family. So, you know, I went up to the cast member to check in, and I was very polite, you know, not really expecting anything to come of it, but just asked if there were any upgrades available that were in the main building. If it wasn't too much more, you know, I totally expected to have to pay for the better room. And she got on the phone, she called someone, and to my surprise, she actually got back and said, you know what, we do have a room available. It was actually a lake view in the main tower. And I kind of got just tears in my eyes, like, oh my goodness, because she told me I wasn't gonna have to pay any more for the room. We walked in, and it was such an amazing experience because we got to see the water parade from the room. We could see fireworks from Epcot that night from our room. It was just a really, really nice surprise and something totally unexpected. So the following year, we decided to stay in Wilderness Lodge, which has actually become my very favorite resort in Disney. We did book a deluxe studio at Boulder Ridge, which sometimes are hard to get because DVC fills those up first. They have first dibs on those rooms. But we got a deluxe studio. Again, it was, oh boy. See what I mean, guys? One of my cats is now on the other side of the stairs. The dogs can't stand that, so bear with me. You might see a cat like poke their head up right there. This is so bad. Miley, come here. Come here, Miley. Want to say hi? Come here, Miley. Anyway, we booked the deluxe studio, and the deluxe studio, it's not in the actual lodge. It's actually like, Miley, come here. Come here. Come here. The lodge has the cheaper rooms, although I do think they have some studio rooms there also. But Boulder Ridge is considered DVC, so it's a little more expensive. And then you have Copper Creek over there too, which is the most expensive. So you've got kind of 3 different locations in Wilderness Lodge. And so we kind of went with the mediocre of the 3. It was what was available at the time. And we were pretty excited because it was a deluxe studio. Again, when I got there, I politely asked if there were any upgrades available. This was the second time, I had done that the following year, and I thought, okay, I know that we got really lucky the first time, but again, I wasn't really expecting anything to come of it because, hey, we were already lucky once, but I asked again. Before I even asked, though, the cast member had already kind of told me, oh, you're staying in a 1-bedroom, and I kind of thought they were wrong. Asked for the upgrade, kind of just missing that, and they had already put us in a 1-bedroom at Boulder Ridge, which was amazing. Which leads me to another thing that the Disney cast members did for us, and finding out that it was, in fact, our anniversary. We got up to our room, we got all situated, and then we get a knock on the door shortly after, and they have this huge tray of cheeses and fruits and bubbling water, and it was just like a happy anniversary note. So we were kind of like on cloud 9. We were just thinking, oh my goodness, we've got a 1-bedroom now, which they're very expensive. I mean, we're Florida residents, so we get a Florida discount as is on rooms, but without that, I think those rooms go for over $500-600 a night sometimes. So that was a huge blessing. Another cast member story, I remember the gentleman's name. It's Ryan. I kind of tear up when I think about this story because it was just so super sweet. We were in the Magic Kingdom. A lot of times my family will separate. My husband will take our middle daughter and ride all of the big rides with her because she is not afraid of anything. And I will take our youngest, and I will, do character meet and greets and things like that. We have our youngest, she has some sensory issues, and fireworks have always been something that make her afraid. So we've never been able to get super close at the castle to actually watch them. We kind of, I will take her and I'll go over to Tony's because it's at the entrance and we can still peek out and see them, but we're not that close. So, we're standing there in front of Tony's. My daughter had gotten closer than she had ever gotten before, which is already like a great moment as a mom because she was kind of like being brave. And Ryan took notice, again, a cast member outside of Tony's, and he could tell that she was really afraid, but she was really being brave. And I kind of explained to him the situation and that we had never gotten close yet, but she was really doing a great job and I was so proud of her. And, he asked her what she was excited about the most, and she said, oh, I want to see Tinkerbell fly. But we were too far away and I knew getting her close would make her afraid. Well, Ryan came up to us and said, can you just wait here for a minute? And he comes back maybe 15-20 minutes later with a Tinkerbell plush. I think they're like $20-25 toy and gave it to my daughter. And so again, I'm kind of like tearing up because that was just really, really sweet. So we are so thankful for moments like that in our family. And we met a gentleman named Kurt. He was a concierge. I was actually told that he works now for Boardwalk. He kind of makes his way around different places. But when we stayed at Boulder Ridge, I totally forgot to mention this. But when we came over to the DVC side, again, not being DVC members, just lucking out on the upgrade, we had free concierge service. And Kurt welcomed us as if we were DVC members. He gave my daughters little crowns. He gave them necklaces. He planned out a lot of our fast passes and just things that were at the Magic Kingdom that day. Because as many times as we've gone, we actually had never been able to navigate our fast passes in like a really productive way. We've had to kind of learn things each year as we go. So he was able to actually tell us, okay, if you're on this ride, the best thing to do is to like hop on the train and go over here so you don't miss the parade. And he gave us a whole itinerary to follow, which ended up being an amazing day for us. And so we are so thankful for Kurt. Very, very sweet. And I was told that he's worked for Disney for years and years and years. And at one point he was working 7 days a week, and he has finally gotten to the point where I think he's down to 5 or maybe 6. But that just tells you how much his heart is into it, just making people's trips more special. So we love Kurt. Let's see, what else can I tell you guys? This last trip that we just took, a lot of times going in the summer, you get rained out, and we, staying at the cabins in Fort Wilderness, we always look forward to campfire sing-along. And we tried to go one evening that we weren't in the park, and it was totally rained out. But you know what the cast members do for the children? They actually will sing and dance and do games by the poolside underneath like this covered area. They opened up the arcade and they allowed all the children to play games for well over an hour for free, which was also very nice. So, that was something special. And I guess the last thing that I will say, look guys, somebody woke up. Say hi, baby. It's the baby. It's the baby, you guys. So anyway, I guess the last thing that I'll talk about are chefs. Chefs at Disney are phenomenal. I actually have celiac disease, and it's really hard for me to go out to eat when we're home. But I am so fortunate that when we go to Disney, everybody is so good about my allergy. I don't have to worry about cross-contamination. The chefs will actually come out and talk to you. They'll make sure that you understand the menu. If it's a buffet and you're worried about more cross-contamination, they'll actually make whatever you want and bring it from the kitchen. It's just really, really nice. So at the end of this video, I know I've talked a lot, but I just, want to explain to you guys just, some of the other added things that make Disney so special to our family, and cast members are definitely one of those things. At the end of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and add some pictures of some of the cast members. I wish I had a picture with Kurt, but I don't think we ever got one. But some of the other cast members that I talked about are in there, and so we just want to put some footage of that for you guys. And if you have any experiences that you've had at Disney, please comment below. Make sure that you don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Okay, guys? All right, have a good day. Say bye, Bella. Say bye, Maddie. Bye, guys.